You ever seen anything like that? I mean, they counted it as 5 seconds. I just don't know. I mean, you've been in the game for a while. Have you ever seen anything?
Well, we saw the fastest red card last night in the LA-Colorado game, and I think this might be the fastest goal going in. But fantastic service by Javier. Aggressive run, fantastic finish by Sabo. It's an area that we've been concentrating a little bit on with our coaching staff, and hats off to the players for executing it.
What does it mean, though, to have him? I mean, that's kind of cementing his return and a huge boost to get 3 points and keep, pace with Seattle and LA.
You mean having Sabo back and Jaime? Well, it's there's no letdown ever. There's once we move one player out, bring somebody on, it's becoming relentless, and that keeps teams pinned back. It keeps them honest, so they can't move up the field. And it's going to be nice to be able to move a player out and bring somebody on that's just going to be as productive.
Could you talk a little bit about Robbie tonight, finally getting the goal?
Yeah, he's been sniffing around it now. He's been doing this was probably arguably one of his best weeks of training, scoring a lot in practice, which is great. And I thought him and Olmas really worked hard the first half, especially wore him down, and then it allows us to make a move and bring somebody on to finish it out.
And it seems like all of a sudden you have an excess of riches up on top. I mean, does it feel that way? Does this present a whole new series of challenges for you to figure out how to use everybody?
Without a doubt, it's definitely going to make my life a little bit more difficult with a decision. But whatever decision myself and the staff come up with, we know it's always going to be best for the team. But it's going to be challenging, but it's a good challenge.
Can you talk about this match in terms of the Supporters' Shield race or just in the Western Conference race and its importance?
I mean, it's huge, obviously. I think we really need to, the Supporters' Shield is going to happen by us taking care of business. We have a huge game coming up against Seattle. I think if we get a really good result there, we can start really putting ourselves into the mix for that. But I really want to keep these guys focused on one game at a time, taking care of business, and not trying to look too far ahead.
Hi, I'm Leander Charlockens with Fox Sports. Last season, you had some player turnover. This season, you've stepped into the head coaching role. During that transition, what role has Kyle Beckerman played in sort of facilitating that?
Well, I mean, he's the captain of our team. He's a person that I've known since day one in the league. Him and I have a very good relationship. He's somebody that I can reach out to and be completely honest with, and he's always completely honest with me, sometimes too honest. But it's a fantastic coach-captain relationship. It's one of the strengths that I have with the guys here is the relationships that we've built over the last 8 years. And I think that's going to carry us forward big time.
Is it important to have someone on the field who can sort of carry on a playing culture that was built over a long time?
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. He's an extension of the staff, of myself out on the field. If I ever want to get something relayed to the team, I go to Kyle, and then he makes it happen. He's the leader. He's the captain of our team, and he's fantastic at that.
I got to get the sense that the Dallas players look over in the 75th, 6th minute and see Sabo and Luis Gil are subs coming on in this game. I mean, talk about the depth of your team and just the instant spark they provide and just what it does to the other team's mentality.
Yeah, I mean, we felt that it was something that needed to be done, especially at that time of the game, especially for our fans. It brought an energy to the stadium. It brought a buzz and got everyone back into the game after they had scored the goal. It was a little bit of a lull. We wanted to, re-energize everyone, not just our team, but the fans as well. And with that being energizing to our team, it's got to be deflating to another team, realizing that they have this coming onto the field to make an impact. And that's the beauty of RSL. Garth has put together a team that's deep. Picking up Sebastian, it only makes us deeper in this run, hopefully to the MLS Cup.
Jeff, how about taking your team, giving up the goal, and then coming out and scoring the next one? Talk about that if you would.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about it all the time. There's a few ways that FC Dallas can score on you. Obviously, it's a counterattack and dead ball situation, and Michel has got a fantastic left foot on him. Obviously saw a little something there that he had an opening, but the strike was fantastic. It was moving and dipping and going away from Nicky. But what we have to do is, what can we do better before that play, and to stop that, not allowing them to have a free kick. And I thought for 99.9% of the game, we did a fantastic job. But the reaction was first class. No one hit the panic button. It shows that we have a really smart, solid, confident team.
Jeff, was it a no-doubter that Sabo would play tonight, or was it a target minute that you had, or a situation, score line, or just something that you were feeling at the time? Walk us through that.
I mean, it was a game we wanted 3 points. It was a game that. They were clogging the middle of the field on us, they with their formation and making it hard to break them down. So, what can do it? Maybe it's service from the outside, maybe it's a set play. And again, it's bringing on a player that's extremely commands respect immediately when he steps on the field. So when they can zero in on him, maybe that allows somebody else to be more productive. And he did that.
Chad Marquez from Touchline Talk. What did it feel like to finally get Sebastian Hame on the field? It was good.
I mean, we've been doing a lot of small-sided games in practice, where the field isn't full field. We played a little bit of 10v10 the other day, but it's good to see him on a big field. He's an extremely intelligent player, makes great runs. And I think when he has more space to operate in, he's going to be more effective. It seemed like him and Sabo had a nice relationship in a brief time, and that's promising.